Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental, and emotional health paradigm. We try to do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We try to do that through conversations of a psychological, mental, and emotional wellness mindset and a coaching mindset. If you're looking for ways to figure out what lessons life is trying to teach you. That's one thing I help people work through, and this is our Life Lessons series. So, in any event, if you're looking for that, would love to be of assistance to you in any way that I can be, please feel free to reach out in the About Me section of this YouTube page, and we can make a connection to make that happen for you. There's a couple. Also, you can reach out on Twitter at PO Perception. Either way, it's going to get you in touch with me or a member of my team, and we can make something happen as far as making the rest of 2021 and 2022 the best time in your life in every aspect if we can get focused and driven towards that goal. So, this is our Life Lessons series. This is number 69 in the series. Probably going to have several hundred or maybe even thousands of these by the time we're done. And I plan on, as long as I'm healthy enough, and that is always a concern with some chronic health conditions, but as long as I'm healthy enough, I plan to add to this as often as we can. But there are lessons that life will try and teach us from time to time. First is that we need to take calculated risks. Look, there are things that you will do in your life that will not pay off, and that's okay. Sometimes having something not pay off teaches us just as much as getting what we want. Also, many times what we think we want and what we need are two different things. But without taking any risks to move things forward, personally, professionally, emotionally, socially, whatever have you, then you can't really get to anywhere of any lasting meaning. You can play it safe and get to um, important things within yourself, but you're never really going to get to somewhere that is going to take you to the next level without taking some level of risk. The next thing is be real with yourself. Admit strengths and weaknesses, know that you have both. Accentuate your strengths, cover your weaknesses. Understand that learning and growing is necessary in everything that you do, even in the moments where you think you've got it all mastered, because the minute you think that you know everything, the next day you need to retire because you really know nothing. The people that think they know everything about anything are taking themselves out of the uh, out of the game and out of the value in a lot of ways. It doesn't necessarily mean that in the end there's anything good or bad in the decisions you're making. Sooner or later, you got to understand that the greatest value you can give to anything or anyone is to be able to lead an understanding where the value of getting somewhere is, in other words, the value of the journey is the greatest thing of all, at least through your perception. The next thing is try not to overthink. Look, things are what they are. Things can always be better. They can always be worse. Worse. Coming to a place of neutrality with every decision you make, leaning towards positivity, every opportunity that's possible is probably one of the better ways to live your life. When you begin to understand that nothing is 100% negative or 100% positive in any given moment, it's all how you choose to perceive it. Um, and ultimately get you to a place of value. So hopefully that is helpful for you. The next thing to consider is uh, coming to a place where you don't get into a comfort zone that you're unwilling to move from. No growth can happen in a comfort zone. Obviously, taking days for comfort or relaxation, a day at the spa or in nature or whatever to recharge is good, but always be pushing a little bit for improvement because the need for growth and contribution are the thrivers' needs in humanity. And so, therefore, if you're not growing, you're slowly dying, even if it's microscopically slow. And ultimately, that can be detrimental to mental and emotional health in many ways. The next thing is to be willing to become tunnel visioned, sometimes even borderline obsessed with mastery of a subject if you believe that mastery of the subject is going to bring you joy. Obviously, not to the exclusion of, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, and your relationships, but at the same time, they say that you need to do something for 10,000 hours before you master it, and look at mastery as something that you truly care about and is meaningful to you. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to spend every second with it, but the more time you spend with something in a repetitive environment, the easier it is to gain mastery. The next thing to realize and recognize is that passion is important. Find the things you're passionate about and embrace them, live through them, live for them, and live around them. If you've lost passion for something, it's okay to have outgrown something. But at the end of the day, if you've outgrown something, be honest with yourself, even if it's a relationship. And in the short run, it's going to be temporarily, potentially hurtful to another person. As long as your willingness and integrity is to be as honest and forthright with a person as you can, you're not responsible for how they take in the information. Therefore, try to be as honest and forthright as you can, gentle and kind. But don't lose yourself in trying to please other people because it will not pay off in the end for you. The next thing is understand that you have strengths and weaknesses. Beginning to understand the value of your strengths and the need to cover your weaknesses is one of the most important things you can do. It doesn't mean you have to only work on things where you're strong, but it also does mean that maybe either you need to bolster your weaknesses a little bit or let them go upon occasion if necessary. So hopefully this is helpful. Keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.